Morning. It is morning. I'm with my friend Larry, who I hiked with last October, and we're revisiting a place we made it to the end of October, basically just the last day of summer when a big front came in and summer ended and autumn began. So with that rain that had started when we were here last October, we only made it so far up this trail. So we're in for 5 days, basically 4.5. We came in yesterday, got in last evening, set up camp, and now we're up, breakfast, and get going and forge on. So what a place to have a campground. Set up camp is right here next to these falls. Which many of these creeks we cross on our way up. So again, Southwestern Olympics, heading into the park actually, and go from there. And we got in late last night. It was probably 7. Gave us about 2 hours of daylight, and ventured up the falls. And after setting up camp and having a bite to eat and hauling in, so we're gonna have breakfast, oatmeal. We left camp this morning about 8:30, and right now it is just about 8 o'clock, so another hour of daylight. And so we've hiked all day, and it's pretty hot, but we're at our destination for this night anyway, and we're at a very infrequently visited lake here, and this is the Southwestern to Central Olympics. And very, very little traveled, and there's still snow in areas. So we're in a meadow here, and it's quite large. My buddy said you could actually dive into the lake from edge of that rock there. So that is east. Sun is setting, obviously, there, cooling off, but this meadow just goes on, and these waterways and systems throughout. So took a few shots tonight, and maybe another couple gonna eat now. And then tomorrow morning, the light should be exquisite for around here. And we'll just shoot until we make a decision on what to do. Set up camp right here. There's the lake over there. Larry is coming back with some water, but we just set up camp right here, and getting dark, and it's been a bit buggy. Quite hot today. It's not supposed to be as hot tomorrow, the next couple days. So we'll see what happens in the morning when the sun comes up, and look for great lighting and composition tomorrow. Good morning. About 7:30 now. We both slept in. I already took a walk though to the far side of the lake and shot south, the mountains in the background. The light's going to get pretty intense today, so hopefully there'll be some good angle lit compositions as the sun starts to rise. So Larry's making coffee, and I just took a nice little walk, and waking up, there's that little tarn that we came into last night, and then the lake is on the other side there. Nothing but slight sound of the flowing stream. The sun's coming up behind me, of course, starting to reflect, or hit, I should say, bounce off these meadows and these ponds. So I did focus stack 3 shots, F11. Second shot about midway through the pond there, or the marsh, and then the third was trees in the background. Brought those into focus. So yeah, sun's going to be pretty intense. Not quite as hot today as I mentioned. And there's Larry down there doing his thing. So just going to walk around the meadow a bit and see what we see. Kind of walking around the lake here. It's a nice, one of many streams that runs right through here and dumps into the lake. So I focus stacked this area here with this leading line here is the little creek, the foreground, of course, F11, then that grassy clump on that log in the lake, and then the trees in the background. So I think that'll turn out quite nice with the filtered sunlight just coming through gradually here. Of course, from there as the source. So from about here, again F11 and 3 exposures. This old dead rotten log here in the foreground, some flowers, and that grass on that log in the lake, and the other side of the lake there. 3 exposures, F11. I'll stack those in Photoshop. Yep, the sun's gonna be intense. Not a cloud in the sky. Packs are loaded. We broke camp, so off we go. We're gonna leave this lake and we're gonna head up. And there's according to Larry, meadow after meadow, but it's about 3 miles and it's not going to be fun, but we're going to get to it and next destination. So I imagine it'll take several hours from now, and it's 10:20 now, so getting toasty also. We've hiked 4 hours, which is really only about 3 miles, but this trail coming in was pretty brutal. It's a difficult trail. A lot of really steep inclines and of course switchbacks, but this is the last meadow. There's a nice creek for water running through here, so we're going to camp here tonight. There's a nice spot right up above, and tomorrow I think we're going to keep the packs here and go light, and then scramble up to the ridge. Larry's saying that there's a pretty magnificent lookout up there when you get to the higher country up above those trees and that ridge line. So hang out and enjoy the evening light in the meadow here. There's some color happening throughout. Everything is so late in the Olympics, and we had a lot of snow, big snow year. So basically it's just spring up here now, but it doesn't have long to get going at it. So July will end, and that leaves August, and then back to September again. So all this stuff will just start popping real quick. I walked up the meadow a bit toward the tree line, and our camp is basically sitting right over on an outcrop, a ledge right over there. But this is the meadow here. Maybe this evening some nice light will come through and pick up some of that color down there. So I thought I'd just walk around, and numerous creeks running, flowing through on down. We've got a good camp set up for tonight. The light is finally dumping down behind the hills, so cooling off a bit. Nice breeze down here, but with the wildflowers moving, it makes it a bit difficult right now. So maybe the wind will die off, although what's nice about it is it keeps the insects down. But anyway, I was liking this log here. And there's some pink flowers, I don't recall the name of them, and this little patch island of trees here. I focus stacked it. I've got some of this light wildflower here, real light green in focus, and then the stump, and then those trees there. But again, there's some breeze, so F11, of course. I think my shutter speed should be all right. So I'm kind of eyeballing another composition down here with that wood and that little island. So we'll take a look at that. Good morning. Another gorgeous day. I walked up the trail a bit, and another just quiet meadow here, looking for a little composition, and haven't really found much. The sun is getting quite intense, so I don't think we're going to head up the trail any further today. We're going to head slowly, make our way back where we came. And so we'll hike pretty much all day. We'll end up, I think, somewhere tonight. I'm not quite sure. Either previously stayed. I don't think we're going to continue on any further. So anyway, just enjoying the day. Forecast is good, not quite as hot, but it's been quite toasty up here in the Olympics. So again, the Southcentral Southwestern Olympics, and gorgeous day in the mountains here. We're back to the lake that we left yesterday morning, and it only took us about 2.5 hours. I think it took us about 4 to get to camp last night. So nice long break here, get some water, freshen up, and then when we're ready, back up over the pass there and to another lake that we stopped at for a break day before, and we're gonna set up camp there tonight and then head out the following day, the next day. Getting low, looking around for maybe something I can shoot, but again, it's all beautiful, compositions everywhere. Good morning. It's about 9 o'clock, and we're just breaking camp. Larry's making coffee. I'm making something to eat and get going. And I'm gonna pack out today. So back through our initial campground, which was Tuesday night, and this is now 4 days later. And so it's been nice. Sun comes up, it gets quite warm. So I'm sure we'll just load our packs and get going. Here's the trail we came in on last night afternoon, and from up over that ridge, our previous lakes were over that ridge, and so down we come, and then trail proceeds downward. About 10:15 we headed out, packs on, and just coming on down the trail. And there's beautiful scenes along the way. all downhill from here. It's afternoon, and this is the creek where we put up our first camp Tuesday night, and this is Saturday afternoon. So this camp spot is gorgeous with this creek here, and there's small little pools, falls over there. And previously, last year, Larry and I climbed up. The pools just staggered up and up and up. But this is quite incredible. So last stop here before the cars. It's been a phenomenal 5 days out here in the wilderness, and to end up here in this spot, get water. Larry's making coffee again and a bite to eat, and down to the cars we go. So if you're watching, I appreciate it. Thanks.